Well, because my son and my daughter-in-law are here, they're both in their 20s, I thought it'd be interesting to see their point of view about the economic conditions we have right now as far as inflation. So what are you two doing to help with inflation in your daily budgets?
Well, I feel like lately we've been buying bulk at like Costco more than buying things at like Kroger or something like that, because like one soup at Kroger is like $2.59 now.
It's almost $3 now.
Yeah, and it's like for how many soups you can get a bunch at Costco. And I guess just looking at prices more, Dylan has that Kroger app where it just like takes coupons off and stuff, but other than that, not much.
We're looking for more ways to save. Like, we haven't been driving as much recently. She doesn't like drives anyway, so it helps her out a lot. But
So that helps the impact of the gasoline increase. Okay.
Well, not so much for the community, but just for our own wallets. But we've been saving money that way.
We only have one car too.
Oh, there's that, so. But with the prices of gas going up, everything else is just getting more expensive.
Now, Alex, do you want to discuss like your electricity bill, what we discussed earlier?
Yeah, it was like sky high for the January, February months because we had.
How much was your electricity bill?
Oh my God, like $420.
And how big is your house? How many square foot?
I would say like 800 square foot.
No.
Yeah, 800.
We have 3 bedrooms, a garage that's a part of the house, a kitchen, a living room, a bathroom.
Okay, like.
Okay, so about 1,200 square foot house.
1,100, okay.
And your bill was $420. Okay, so when you went home, after finding out how much your bill was, what did you do to help with that a little bit?
Well,
started using your blankets more often.
Yeah, kept the, instead of doing heat or cool, just did auto. Or, I watched, there's a news segment on local news about why that might have been happening, and I guess if you use your emergency heat, that could have caused it.
Or have it set to automatically turn on your emergency heat when it's needed.
Yeah. But other than that,
for those who don't know, emergency heat is when the pipes that supply critical infrastructure for your house start to freeze. Your heating system, if it's smart enough or just newer, will automatically kick in heat in that specific area to very high temperatures, like 100 plus degrees, to thaw out and melt down any buildup on or in those pipes to prevent any infrastructure damage. That's what emergency heat is. And that can turn on arbitrarily on its own if you have it. So it's good to know if you have that setting to turn it on or off. Sometimes it's good to have it on. If you're in a very cold region, I don't see why not to have it on. Like, you can do one.
I'm sure that you guys also probably paid more or closer attention to what the temperature is set on your house, right?
yeah, because usually I like to have it to like 72. Now
She likes to cook us.
Now I'm trying to keep it at 68.
68.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heat
That's good.
and-
So you got your new bill, and it has been a little bit warmer, not as many storms, but how much did your bill go down?
It went down to 210.
So actually in 50% it went down.
Yeah. But we only had one instance of snow between mid-February to mid-March. But still, I want it much lower than that.
I did notice that I watched a video on Costco, and they said that they're one of the #1 clothing stores in the United States. And so if you do need some inexpensive but good quality clothes, it's kind of nice just to go to Costco and pick up a few shirts or whatnot instead of paying premium at the mall or something.
So one thing you can do to save money is that I don't know how it is for most men, but I'm not considerably fashionable. But I'll wear like the same pair of jeans, washing them, of course, for over the course of maybe a year before they literally fall apart. And
well, you have other pairs of jeans, of course.
Of course, but I'm just saying, I'll have like 4 or 5 pairs of jeans in my entire closet. I'll cycle through them and wash them as they're used, but I'll have the same 4 or 5 pairs of jeans for over a year or more, instead of buying a new pair every single season. I'll have the same pair of jeans for a year or two.
Well, you're more of a
And
basic kind of guy too.
I am a more basic kind of a guy, but at the same time, though, if I do need to get stuff, I'll go to Costco because, like this T-shirt right here, I got 2 of them yesterday, and they were $10 a piece. What clothing store, even the Goodwill, can you find a good brand new pair of T-shirts for $10 a piece?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your
what
whole
it is.
outfit is Costco.
Yes, it is, and I look good.
So what about the groceries inside your refrigerator? Are you paying closer attention to what needs to be used?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you wasting like you did before? How are you guys?
We're trying to, let's say if we buy a loaf of bread, usually we get 2 loaves of bread
Costco.
that are from Costco, like for $3.50, 2 loaves of bread, and we put one in the freezer immediately, and then the other one we're trying to pay attention, like, okay, if it's closer to the due date and there's still half of a loaf, we just put it straight into the freezer.
We've been changing up our meal plans as well recently because with winter, we, like most people, like to have soup or whatnot for a meal. Now instead, with it getting closer to spring and summer, and it's also cheaper depending on where you find it, you can get your meat, cheese, and all your condiments.
Oh, shoot.
There it goes. All your condiments for sandwiches at ridiculously cheaper prices. Like the other day, I went to Kroger and I got 4 packets of 4 pounds, 4 packets individually packaged, sandwich meats all together for $5. And I'll be eating on that for the next week and a half.
Well, you could also put those in the freezer.
I could if I wasn't eating them.
Yeah.
But cheaper meals.
I find if you can use your bread before it goes bad, you can make French toast. You can turn it into croutons. You can make garlic bread out of it, even if it's regular bread. I mean, when we were growing up, a lot of people would use bread as hamburger buns and hot dog buns. Yeah.
For us.
Yeah, because why should we waste it, right?
When I was in the Navy, we would make garlic bread on the ship out of slices of bread that's about to go expired. We called it struggle bread, and we would just either make garlic bread or use old tomatoes and make tomato paste, make pizza out of it. It was struggle bread. It was whatever you could do, and it's cheap.
And if things tend to get worse economically, I think a lot of people will think twice and
About eating out.
but also about utilizing everything they have in their house before it goes bad.
Yeah.
I know for me, if I don't think we're going to eat it within 2 to 3 days, I throw it in the freezer. And then I'll pull it out maybe the next week or 2 weeks later. And so nothing goes to waste.
Yeah.
If I see my onions starting to go bad, I'll chop them up and throw them in the freezer. And then I can throw them in a soup. I can throw them in a chili.
We don't care for what they look like.
Yeah, a roast. And this way, again, nothing is wasted.
Yeah.
Do you hear the birds?
He's looking for food. He's
He's always looking for food. I'm surprised they don't go look at my little statue bunnies.
I know.
They're not dumb. Well, he's pretty dumb.
Dylan.
It's true.
Well, anyway. Needless to say, my son and daughter-in-law do not have children yet.
Yet.
These 2 are their babies.